Hey guys, Jeeps here, and welcome back to the MechWarrior Online closed beta. Today, we're gonna actually see some gameplay, because, well, let's be honest, that's probably what you really want. As fun as all these exciting menus can be, yeah, I know, they're menus. What really can you do with menus? Excuse me. So, I say we jump in, we find a game, and we probably get destroyed. But that's beside the point, we're going to do it anyway. As you can see, I have my Atlas readied up here, and you can also see my Raven down here is a little damaged, which is no good, but I'm not planning on using my Raven right now, so I'll repair it later. So we're readied up, go ahead and hit launch, and let's do this! Alright, looks like we're getting Frozen City, which is the ice map, as you might expect. It's pretty nice. Temperatures tend to run a little cooler here, which is a big plus. Now if it'll only load in... Load times are still not great, but again, closed beta. What do you expect? Here we go. Getting a little bit... God, excuse me. Getting a little better. So, now we're just waiting for everyone to join in. I would actually like to direct your attention to the menu at the bottom right, where you can see all my weapons listed. That is what we're going to be talking about first. Now, unfortunately, you can't edit them yet in this beginning part, which I think is a huge mistake. But... what you have here are all your different weapons, and you can group them up. Now, by default, these will all be on weapon group 1, which means if you were to hit your left mouse button by default, which actually just hits your selected weapon group, you would fire everything. This is bad. What you recommend doing is you can divide these up into groups 1 through 6, and the way you do that is use the bottom right arrows, the arrow keys. You can tab over, and just select Control to switch them. Say if I wanted to put these on weapon group 2, that would do that. Now they're on weapon groups 2 and 3, I could then unselect them from 3. But I like the way I have them set up right now, so we're going to leave them. I already have everything set up the way I like it, so that's good. You can also see what my weapons are. I'm running 4 medium lasers, 2 on my arms. See that top chunk with the circle next to it? Those are your arm-mounted weapons, whereas the ones next to the plus sign are your torso-mounted weapons. If you look at my crosshairs, you can see how that circle moves faster. That's because your arms obviously have a larger range of motion. So that plus is the crosshair for torso-mounted weapons, the circle for your arm-mounted weapons. But yeah, 4 medium lasers, 2 of which are on my arms, 2 SRM-6s, and a Gauss rifle. This is kind of a weird build. I like having the Gauss rifle because it's kind of good at every range. And then the 2 SRM-6s just give you a massive up-close punch. And the medium lasers are just a good all-around weapon. Now, other interface, if you look on the left, you can see the armor status. Right now, you can see all my armor is good. It shows you the front and rear status of your armor. Up at the top, you can see the little scoreboard and the timer. Every time your team gets a kill, your number goes up by 1. Yours is the yellow, your enemy's is the red. I probably should have been paying more attention to the map. This game might not go so well. I've never played this while narrating it before, so this could be interesting. Now, movement. For those of you who've never played a MechWarrior game, this does not control at all like a standard first-person shooter. W, A, S, and D is how you move, but W and D is to increase your throttle up and down. If you can see that little meter going up and down... Ooh, we're going to circle back around and go after whatever that was. Never mind, we're not. And you can adjust your throttle, and then left and right turns you. The bigger and heavier you are, probably the slower you turn. Now, you can also hit X to just brake, and that'll put your throttle down to 0. You can go into reverse by, obviously, just going into reverse, and I'm going to get up to partial speed. Atlas are slow as dirt, so there you go. You can also hit Z to zoom in. Okay, they're telling us all in around the F column. As you can see, if you look at the map at the bottom there, you can see that the map is in a grid. If you hit B, you can bring up the battle map. You can also take command, at which point you can issue orders on the map. Ooh, let's shoot at whatever. There's an Atlas over there. Can we hit him? No, I'm a terrible shot. Okay, my AMS is ticking down. I mentioned the anti-missile system in the previous video. Let's make sure he's targeted. And let's try... oh. That is a little... it's a Jenner. I hate Jenners, as I probably mentioned in the last video. Ah, we missed. Damn. Now my AMS is ticking down. You don't have to control your AMS. I probably mentioned that in the last video. Let's scroll around. It's best to try and straight group up. Friendly Atlas shooting there. So I kind of lost my train of thought when we started getting attacked. Let's zoom in. Let's Gauss rifle you right in the face. Now, obviously, weapons can take damage to each of their components independently. Ooh, this is kind of turning into quite the fight here. Oh god. I do not need to be going up this far in front. I probably just walked in front of my ally, too, which is very dumb. Eat SRMs, you bastard. Oh god. I'm in a bad spot here. Oh god. Circle around. Get some juicy rear armor shots on this awesome. I've lost an arm. This is not going well. I am getting just torn up here. Oh god, I'm gonna die. But we're gonna do another round after I die, probably. I'll jump into another one. I'll try and show you the repairing everything. And there I go. Ow. Now, this was the problem of I really was not paying nearly enough attention because I was trying to explain things. And not doing an especially good job. But we were getting wrecked, just utterly wrecked. I went off on my own up front, which was a really bad idea. Even as an Atlas, no matter how defensive you are, not a great idea. So while we're in the spectator mode, before we go to another match, I'll show you. This game has a very good spectator mode. You can just jump between the remaining players on your team very easily. You can see exactly what they're doing, what they have selected, just everything. It's a very, very nice interface for that. I believe you can bring up the battle map still. Not see the different vision types. I didn't get a chance to show you the different. There is a heat vision and a night vision mode. Their night vision is not especially useful at the moment because all the maps, even this one, are technically in daytime at the moment. And ooh, wow, these got pummeled. But heat vision can be useful from time to time, but neither of them are especially handy yet. Heat vision can be pretty good on this map because everything is so cold. It is pretty easy to see heat. But yeah, I like this. I like the spectator interface. It is very good. But we have one Atlas left on our team. I'm going to go ahead and quit out. Contrary to what some people have said, if you quit out of a game before the game is over, as long as you've died, you do get the full rewards. However, you don't get them until the match is ended. So, you do still have to quit out. What is this guy even running? Weird build on this guy. Kinda like it though. He's about to die. His arm's gone. His torso armor's gone on the front and back. And I was dead last. That almost never happens. I swear that pretty much never happens. Ever. So that was pretty pitiful. Let's jump into another game real quick. Actually, I lied. Before we jump into another game, let's take a quick look at repairing stuff, and we'll try something different. We'll maybe use my Centurion next time. But let's go into repairing stuff now. You can have auto repair turned on. I believe I mentioned last time I don't like having auto repair turned on. However, then you can go to repair all here, which will then show you how much structure damage, armor damage, and item damage you took. Structure would just be the internal structure. Armor is just your ablet of armor. And items is the individual components on your mech. However, you can also just go into configure mech, and you can go component by component and see the status. See, I have 78% on this medium laser, 43% here. My engine was destroyed, so it's at 25%. Everything gets repaired up to at least 25%. After, if your mech was annihilated, if everything took 100% damage, your mech would still be at 25% after the match, just as a free repair. And let's see, these components don't take damage, but we're just going to go to repair all. The only reason I don't have, how do you get out of this? That I don't have auto repair on is I just like being able to see the breakdown. You can also, I do have auto rearm on, you just have to buy any ammo you spent again. So we'll auto repair, it's pretty expensive. I made more than that in C-bills, but that halved about what I took in. So let's go back to the home screen. Just for fun, we'll use my Centurion, the fire knife. Sadly, you can't rename your Founders mech if you're a Founders, which is a little sad. I wish you could. We'll use my Centurion, and once again, we'll hit launch, and we're going to go into another game and see what happened. Alright, we're on Forest Colony this time, which is a nice change. This is kind of a nice general map. I actually like it quite a bit. Now, if you look at my weapons, this time I'm running a very different loadout, but this mech does weigh literally half as much as the Atlas. This is a 50-ton medium, and a fairly slow medium is that. I think my top speed is still only 68 kilometers an hour or something. And I'm running a large laser, which is arm-mounted, in addition to a small laser, also arm-mounted. Ooh, we got a nice little load. We got another Centurion, Jenner, Commando, Catapult. Nice little loadout here. Let's turn around. However, compared... Okay, around 64 something kilometers an hour. So, still compared to the Atlas, quite quick. I can turn much quicker, which is nice. So you can see these Jenners are very quick. However, did we have any Atlases? Mediums, the mediums we have currently, and given they're not especially fast, I find one of their best use is hiding around back with Atlases. However, we don't seem to have any this time. So this time I have a large laser and a small laser on one arm, 2 torso medium lasers, and then 2 torso streak SRM2s, which are the homing SRM2s, and an AMS with half the ammo that I was running on the Atlas, just because I like AMS. In general, they're very good. This is very energy-based. My only ammo weapon, not counting the AMS, is the streak SRMs. And we're going to just circle around. We're going to take this slow, where I'm in a much, much more fragile mech this time. So given how poorly I did the last time, that really doesn't bode especially well. The reason I think we have so many lights is because they're the cheapest mechs to buy. So non-founders, you can get a lot of light mechs now, which I actually quite like. I think that's very cool that we're getting this nice variety. Though for a while, when this was starting to look like Assault... Ah, damn it, I need to zoom in that much. Assault Mech Warrior Online. That seems to have balanced out. Ooh, let's see if we can hit these Jenners, give them some hell. Chaser. They're gonna go and try and capture our base, which means I can explain that mechanic. It's, kind of silly right now. There's only one game mode, which is a base capture mode, and, again, it is in beta. Remember that. It is in beta. There isn't really a base to capture, there is literally a square on the ground that you stand in. But I still like base capturing as a mechanic, but again, they're just kind of, they have in the most basic form imaginable at the moment. So me and these 2 lights are going to see if we can deal with these other lights. Which we should be able to do quite handily. We're going 3 on 2. And they're not moving. Almost killed one of my own guys there, because he ran in front of me. Oh, God! These guys need to stop being in my way. See if I can get a lock. Got a lock. Ah, and I tripped over a Jenner. As my AMS continues to fire. And I got a kill assist, so that's good. So our base is secure now. This is so weird. I'm playing a medium, and I'm one of the heaviest mechs in the game right now. There's a hunchback over there. Let's see what we can do at this hunchback that's coming around. This is actually a very fun match. But yeah, that's base command defense. As long as someone on your team... Commando, whatever. It's way too fast for me to deal with. I'll see if I can do something about... What do we have over here? Yeah, I can do that too, buddy. Eat missiles. Eat them. Oh, that Commando wishes he hadn't done that. He was not going nearly fast enough to be safe. Ooh, that's not our team. No, that guy's not on my team. Ooh, my heat is running very high, as you can see. I've actually managed to avoid shutting down so far, which is nice. Keep some credibility up with you guys. Oops. Okay, my heat's really high, so let's let that cool down a little. blow an arm off, and he's dead. I haven't gotten a single kill, but I've gotten a lot of assists. Ow. Blew off something on him. He's about to die. More components gone on him. Guy's a 17%. How is that commando still alive? Come on, does my missile have a range? No, my missile does not have range. Now it does! How are you alive? Okay, whatever. That commando's got him. I'm way too slow to keep up with that guy. We are... I thought they were dominating, but we're really not, actually. It's been pretty... Now we're ahead. It's been a pretty even match, but this has been one of the most fun matches I've ever had, actually. Having it all lights and mediums with, like, one... I think I've seen one heavy. That catapult was the only heavy I've seen. It has been interesting. Alright, how am I doing on missiles? I got plenty of missiles left. Now, don't be deceived by how big that number of missiles, and keep in mind, since I have them linked together, I am firing 4 missiles at a time. It's not like one ammo for SRM-6 would fire 1 missile, it'd be 6, so that is how it works. Okay, 5 on 5. Wow, this is... We gotta deal with this Hunchback, man. This Hunchback is wrecking us, apparently. Let's see if I can help out. This Hunchback and whatever else that is. I don't have target info on him yet. Centurion. The Centurion's almost dead. Let me see if I can soften up this Hunchback. Yeah, eat lasers. Eat missiles. Okay, he's doing real bad now. But my heat is getting really high again. However, that Hunchback is in really rough shape. My heat is really high once again. Back tick down a little. Oh, that really hurt. And, we lost because they were capturing our base. I wasn't paying enough attention. And I was the only guy on our team left, too. Wow. Sorry about that. I actually had the game crash. For whatever reason. Again, probably because beta. Running fraps when it loads between the game and this screen seems to cause it to crash, and I kind of forgot about that. But yeah, I think that maybe gave you a bit of a better idea of the gameplay. I know it was kind of general, you just kind of saw what a basic game looks like, but I tried to explain how movement worked, you got a bit of idea of how the map and radar, what little of it there is, works, and that is intentional. MechWarrior technology is weird in the fact that some of it's great and some of it is awful. And you got to see a few things. You didn't really get to see how spotting and long-range missiles works. In fact, next video I'll probably focus on that. I'll start going into more in-depth into specific types of weapons and how they work, because that's good to know. And there are things that are not readily apparent about all the types of weapons, which you just kind of need to learn. Which I like. Now you can see we got to repair the fire knife here. We'll do that later, though. Not a big problem at the moment. But that is it for now, my friends. As always, like, subscribe, share this video with your friends, leave a comment. If you got anything you'd like to talk about, if you're in the beta, please let me know. I would love to talk to other people. I've probably seen you on the MWO Mercs forums. And on that note, if you are interested in this game at all, I would head over to MWOmercs.com. That's got all of the information on it. You can see some cool concept art. You can see the mechs that are in line to be in the game that aren't currently in the game. And you can probably sign up to get into the beta. Now, I would expect within the next few months we'll be going into open beta, at which point all of you can play. It still has a ways to go, but again, closed beta. Closed beta. Remember that this is still in beta. It is not perfect. So that's it for me, my friends. As always, I've been Jeeps. I'll talk to you guys later.